My name is Hannah, and this is my year of less stuff. Hey y'all, it's time for another reckoning. I have this little box of makeup and skincare right here. This stuff has come into my life, but I haven't officially accepted it as my own yet because I don't want to just accept everything that comes into my life. I want to be choosy. I only want to keep the things that I'm really going to love and get a lot of good use out of. So I've been testing all of this stuff. I'm going to go through it one by one, and I'm going to tell you which items I'm keeping and which items I'm going to give away and why. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I love beautiful things, but I also don't want to have too much stuff, and I also don't want to spend too much money. So my channel is all about balance. And if that sounds good to you, I hope you'll subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into the meat of this reckoning video. Right on top of the box, there's something that I'm definitely keeping. This is not only a great palette and a great piece of makeup, but it was a gift from my friend Lacey. Her YouTube channel is Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. She is so awesome, and she sent this to me just because she couldn't stand me not having it because she felt like I would love it so much. It's the sweetest thing ever. And she was right. It's just what am I talking about for? I'm having one of those days where I'm not in condition to film. I'm doing things like holding up this 6-pan palette and saying it's 4 eyeshadows. So get ready. It might be a wild ride. It's 6 beautiful creamy eyeshadows. And to me, this is a palette of like one shadow looks or individual eyeshadows, like 6 accent shadows, or not even accent shadows, because they're not going to be accents to the look. They're going to like be the base of the look, and then I'll use another palette just with a little bit of black or brown eyeshadow to deepen up the look. But I feel like this is just 6 eye looks waiting to happen, basically. So I'm not going into this palette and building whole looks and just being like inspired by the way that the shadows work together. That's not really my relationship with this, but I have picked it up a ton. I've used it so many times while it's been in the purgatory box. And often things will go into the purgatory box and then I'll like forget about them. It'll come time to reckon with them and I'll be like, oh no, I forgot to use this enough and I don't really know how I feel about it. I actually think there's a blush in here for which that happened, and I'll probably leave it in and reckon with it next time because I just didn't get enough use out of it to be sure. But this, I used it and used it and used it even while it was in purgatory. So that's definitely a huge mark in its favor. If I was on the line in any way, which I'm not, I know that I love it, that would indicate to me that it should be a keeper. And indeed, it's a keeper. Did I even say what it is? I told you it was going to be a wild ride. It's the Flower Beauty Jungle Lights palette. I've been getting kind of interested in Flower Beauty. I've not tried anything from them. Is that the case? I've looked at the makeup online a lot. It's like this brand that I have an intense interest in and very little experience with. Here is an unopened box of the VDL Lumi Layer Primer. I also have a little sample size of the VDL Lumi Layer Primer. I'm going to keep the full size, and I think I'm going to give the sample size away. I'll like put it in a package to a subscriber at some point or something because it's such a lovely thing to be able to give away, and I don't need this little one when I have the full size. Simbri gave this to me. She knows how much I love this primer. It's literally my holy grail, even though we know that there's no such thing as a holy grail. It's my favorite primer of all time up to this point. This came in PR from Yes Style, and the reason I haven't opened it is that I know that if I open it, what has been happening will continue to happen, which is that I'll use up the bottle and all of my other primers, which there aren't that many of them. I think I have maybe 3. One is almost done. So I might even just have 2 primers left that are not this and that I really want to finish because I like them enough to finish them. I've used too much of each bottle to really give it away. So I just need to make use of those primers before I open this one, and when I use them up, then I will have earned the right to break into this one. Speaking of Yes Style, I had 5 K-beauty sunscreens that all came in PR from Yes Style. I filmed a whole video about them. I'll try to remember to link that video down below. And I've already given 2 of them away. I decided to keep 2 or 3, and I sent the other 2 to my mom. I liked them, and I was sort of thinking like, wow, I'm never gonna have to buy sunscreen again because I really quite liked all 5 of those sunscreens. But then my mom mentioned on the phone that she had run out of sunscreen for her face, and I was like, I got you. So I sent her the first 2. They were the ones that I was really impressed by until I tried the other 3. They're great sunscreens. The one objection that I had that I didn't have to the other three was that they're pretty heavily scented, but I know that that doesn't bother my mom, and I know that it also doesn't bother her skin. She has pretty hardy skin and she loves them. So it's all working out. I kept the Soon Young Mild Defense Cream, Sun Cream, and this has been the one that I've liked the most because it's so thick and emollient, and my holy grail, which is the Aaron's Faces one, is a little more lightweight. The Comfy Water Sun Block by Purito, I also really like. It's very similar to the Aaron's Faces, so if I need to give away another sunscreen at any point, I'll probably give this one away, but for the time being, I'm going to keep it. And then I also kept the big bottle from Prem. I don't have it here, but I'm reckoning with it now. Here's the blush that I'm not sure about. M Cosmetics sent this to me. It's the Faded Clementine, the Heaven's Glow Faded Clementine blush. It's really, really pretty. I am disinclined to keep powder blushes because I'm so all about that cream cheek right now, but this is a really, really pretty one, and because it's a powder blush, I haven't been getting that much use out of it while it's been in purgatory, and I don't feel like I've gathered enough data about it yet to be able to decide. So I'm gonna set this aside. It's gonna stay in purgatory. Look at this big hulking thing. This was sent to me by Fresh through Octoly. And I accepted it because I am always trying to get Joe to use stuff on his face, to wash his face. That's nice, like to use my nice stuff on his face. And I thought that if I could put this big utilitarian looking pump bottle of face wash into the shower and be like, this is for everyone, this is for anything, like use this, that it might help with that. And I think he has been using it a little bit. He's fine with it. He doesn't love it. He's not like, I'm in love with it, I'm gonna wash my face with it forever. But that's fine. It's a weird consistency for a big pump bottle. They put it on Octoly. They were like trying to send it to influencers because they just came out with this big value size bottle of it. So that's why it's a thing. Like that's why I have it. That's why it's on camera right now. So I feel like I want to speak to the size of this bottle. And yeah, if this is your favorite cleanser of all time, it's the one that you love and you'll never be without it, and it's the thing that you're always happy to splurge on, and you know that you're going to buy it and buy it and buy it, then yeah, it would make sense to buy this big bottle instead of buying a bunch of little bottles of it in a row. But the consistency in a squeeze tube is kind of inoffensive, and in a pump, for some reason, it's very viscous and lumpy and snot-like and just like jelly-like and weird. It's just weird. Every time I pump it out, I'm like, oh, we really went there, Fresh. But I'm grateful to have it. I am keeping it, and I do like washing my face with it after that initial shock of its viscosity. Ooh, look at these. Ooh, I'm excited to tell you about these. So these also came in PR from Yes Style. It's the Take a Layer multi-pot from 3CE. And I like this product a lot. I think I'm probably gonna keep both of these, but I think I like the packaging even more than the actual product. That is the packaging. I mean, honestly. And look at this. They're just stunning. And this is the other one. So this bright one, it's like a bright coral. It's definitely not an orange. They do have an orange one that looks beautiful, and this one, it's like a cross between red and an orange but fluorescent. It's called #Morning Skinny, and this one is called #Diadema. I thought I was gonna like the neutral one the best, but it's one of those like neutral brownish nudes that leans very orange. So every time I put it on my cheeks, I do look like I'm orange. Like I have this very warm tone. It's a very warm toned nude. It's very orangey nude. And I wish it weren't that way. I wish it leaned more beige or more neutral, more light almost. For me, that's what I would like because I'm very pale. And I also, I don't know, I feel like blushes like this tend to lean orange, and so it's more of a gem when you find one that doesn't. But this one, Morning Skinny, I really like. It's a more editorial look, but I like it better in all ways. I like it better on the eyes because it's a multi-pot. You're supposed to use it everywhere. I like it better on the eyes and the lips and the cheeks, and I like the whole monochromatic look better. That would be a fun thing to do on camera, I feel. But the formula is fantastic. It feels pretty stiff, and then you can warm it up, but it's definitely, it's like dry enough that you can make it do what you want. It doesn't slip and slide around and make trouble. And the pigment is absolutely there, as you can see. I mean, it's great. It's a gorgeous product. I'm so excited that I got the chance to try it out. And yeah, I'm gonna keep these. I could see myself passing one along or decluttering one or both of them somewhere down the line. But at this point in my life, I'm like, they've been in purgatory for a while. I really like them. I really want to keep them, and so I'm just keeping them. This came in the same PR package from YesStyle. It's the naming. It is the word naming. Sorry, Sadie's walking on the table that the camera's sitting on its tripod, so it might have just shaken a little bit. Anyway, this brand it's the English word naming, but I don't know if that's how you say it. I don't know if it's like transliterated and maybe it's pronounced differently in Korea. I could totally see it being pronounced naming, but whenever I look at this, I think naming. So it's the naming or naming Dewy Glow Lip Tint, and it's in the color Cranky, which how cute is that? Like, it's such a great color name for anything. It's a great name for anything. It's a really pretty sort of fluid, watery peach, but this is one of those like cream stains that stains my lips kind of a bright color. So it stains unevenly. It kind of sinks into the lips, on my lips. And I have dry skin, so I think that the dry skin on my lips is part of why these kinds of products they make my lips look very patchy. And then the color, it turns really bright on my lips and then it stays and stays and stays. So it seems nice at first. It's the kind of product that to me seems nice at first. And then over time it becomes just like not cute, and I just don't love it. So I'm gonna give this away. And with this, I never put the wand to my lips. So I still can't donate it just because of regulations, but I do feel confident even in these pandemic times giving it away to a friend or family member because I haven't like applied it. I would take the wand out and touch a Q-tip to it and then apply it with a Q-tip, just like a tester in Sephora or something. I did the same thing with this. This was sent to me by Clarins through Octoly. It's the Instant Light Lip Comfort Oil, and it's in the shade Honey Glam. And it was hard not to put this doe foot on my lips because it's got one of these big soft doe foot applicators, like really, really big. And it's a pleasure to apply products with this kind of doe foot, but I already know that. I've already had experience with it, and I wanted to make sure that if I didn't love it, that I would be able to give it away to a friend or family member and tell them that I had never actually applied it to my lips. So that's what I did. I used, again, a Q-tip. I applied the product to the Q-tip with the doe foot, and then I tried it on my lips a couple of times, and it's really nice. It's just a sheer gold gloss with glitter in it, and nothing about it inspired me to want to keep it when I already have so many glosses, and it's a great thing to be able to give as a gift. So I'm gonna give this away. These 3 lip products from M Cosmetics, however, I have put onto my lips with the doe foots, and I'm definitely gonna keep all 3 of them. It's pretty scandalous. It's like a lot for me. It's the 3 true glosses that M Cosmetics sent me. I love the formula, and I really love all 3 of these colors. So they sent Moroccan Sunset, Caramel Glaze, and Faded Clementine. The Faded Clementine gloss is a little bit more high impact than the Faded Clementine Infinite Lip Cloud. I think that the glossy shine on it makes it look a little bit darker, and so it looks a little bit vampier on me. It looks a little bit more like I'm wearing some version of a red. Whereas, weirdly, the Faded Clementine Infinite Lip Cloud almost reads as a nude on me, like a really creative and interesting nude. That's why I love it so much. But I do like this formula a lot, and having this color in it is great. When I blot it down, it kind of gets close to the same effect as the other one. The one that I've worn the most is Caramel Glaze. It's like a really brown neutral, and I absolutely love that. The formula is very rich in color. I wouldn't really have thought of these or considered these glosses, but that's a thing about me. I think that many people widely accept that lip gloss can be full coverage, like opaque in color, and it just has to do with consistency. For some reason, I've always considered lip gloss to indicate a sheer formula. And so when I come across glosses like this that aren't sheer, but that are really full-on colors, it surprises me. I'm like, this isn't a gloss, it's a liquefied lipstick. They are less sheer than the Glossier Vanillic lips, which I actually have on my lips today. The what is it? The terracotta, I think it's called Disco. And you can kind of see that it looks pretty natural in terms of its coverage. It's like a semi-matte or semi-satin, semi-gloss sort of, and semi-sheer color. And the equivalent in the M Cosmetics formula, which is this one, Moroccan Sunset, I'll put it on right now and you'll be able to see that it's got more oomph. It is pretty much exactly the same color. This is like a color dupe for Glossier Disco. But the formula is, as you can see, different. I love this color though. I have been wearing Disco a lot. I've been wearing this a lot. I have been wearing Caramel Glaze a lot. And I have worn Faded Clementine the least of all of them. There have been times when I've almost reached for it and then I've gone for the Infinite Lip Cloud instead, but I'm definitely gonna keep it too. The M Cosmetics Infinite Lip Clouds that they sent me, that product was the only product that I had experience with before M sent me this PR package. I had tried the Infinite Lip Clouds myself and I had purchased some. I had a variety of colors. I think I might have even had 4 or 5. I think I've had 5 in my lifetime and I had retained 4 of them. So I was familiar with it and they sent me these 2. One of them is Cashmere Cream and I like it because it's a very, very pale nudie pink and I think I'm gonna hang on to this for now. But this one, Red Divine, is a very, very cool toned red. It's almost like a pink toned red. I have a lot of reds that I like much better than this. I suspected that that was the case, and so this is another one that I didn't contaminate by actually using the doe foot on my lips. So this is another one that I can give away, and that's what I'm gonna do with it. Too bad about these though, because these Oprah sent me, and I did try them onto my lips before it occurred to me that because of COVID, I might wanna start not doing that with my PR products. So I'm not sure. I'll hang on to them for a while. And then maybe if at some point I find out that I've never had the virus, I'll feel comfortable giving them away to a friend. They are both the Flexi stick. Yeah, so it's like a cross between a gloss and a lipstick. But again, to me, it doesn't really feel like a cross between a gloss. It feels just more like a liquefied lipstick, but they are a very easy to wear, mild formula. I actually think it's a great formula. I really like the Oprah Flexi stick. These didn't work out for me for reasons of color and finish. This one is called Faux, F-A-U-X, and I actually do really love the color and I love the finish in the abstract because it's metallic. And I have this like romanticized idea of a metallic lip. I feel like if I had a different lip shape or maybe just different features, it would look amazing. I'm not a person who thinks that a frosty lip or a metallic lip is outdated and that there's no use for it and then it can never look good. I think if I were a makeup artist, on certain people with certain lip shapes and certain features, I would use it and I think I could make it look really good. But it just doesn't work on me. At least this one just doesn't work on me. I've been sort of dreaming about a frosty nude lip kind of like this. And so a couple of days ago, I did the last test with this. I had a dream in my head. I put it on, I wore it all day. And every time I looked in the mirror, I was like, your lips look smaller. And somehow it makes my lips look smaller and wrinklier than they are. And then this one, Fuzzy, you know, I actually haven't worn this one really. I think I tried it on once, but I don't really know how I feel about it. I'm gonna keep this one in purgatory. Here are 2 balm cheek products, both of which were sent to me by my friend Simbri, and both of which I think I'm not gonna keep. So this is the Glow Balm from Undefined Beauty, and it's in the shade Unbothered. Everything about it looks like it's something that I would be cuckoo bananas for, right? Like, look at that color. Look at that color. And it's a balm, and it smells really good, actually. It has this like herbal floral smell, really pungent. I really love how it smells. I would love it as a perfume or a scent for the room. I think it also has some citrus in it. It smells really, really good. But it's one of those balms that's like mostly oil. So the ingredients are shea butter, jojoba oil, coconut oil, peach puree, and blood orange extract. That's where the smells are coming from. Peach, blood orange, and lemon. So yeah, it's like a fruity citrus scent. And then it also has CBD oil in it. It's the last ingredient, but that's it. It's just oils. And I guess if those are the only ingredients, then the color must be coming from those fruit purees. That must be the case because that's all that's listed in the ingredients list. But that means that you're basically just putting like a lip balm on your cheeks. That's what this basically is. And so it's not for me. But it's something that I think I will be able to rehome. This one it's the Venix Diamond Glow Melted Highlighter, and it's in the shade K color. And it's got more to be said for me than the other one. It is just I think it's like an organic natural beauty brand highlighting balm, but it's also pretty oily. And every time I've put it on my face, I haven't really been impressed. And it's just been sitting in the purgatory box. And I'd rather give it to someone who's gonna like really love it. Someone who isn't looking for quite as brilliant of a cream cheek, but something just like super easy to wear, natural, that kind of thing. Maybe I'll send this to my sister. I feel like it's the kind of thing she would get good use out of. Ew, this. Okay, so Simbri also sent this to me. It's the Kogan Do makeup base. So it's a primer. It's green. It's very green and it's very white based. And I used it in a Get Ready With Me like last month or something, and it gave me a lot of trouble. It like picked up on my dry patches, it crumbled a little bit underneath the product I put on top of it. I've messed around with it since then, and I feel like I should be able to make it work because this is just one of those things, right? I shouldn't be swayed by this kind of thing, but I am. When I went to link it for that video, I saw that it's like $65. And I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna give that another try. It's like a luxury product. It's like a luxury high-end makeup artist product. I should be able to make it work. But every time I use it, I'm just like, no. It's making it really hard for me to figure out what's good about it. And also, I have a primer that I really love that I'm not even opening yet because I have two other primers that I'm trying to finish. And I also have a green color corrector that I really love. So I'm gonna just stop battling with this. I'm gonna stop feeling like because of its high price tag, the reason that it isn't working well for me is my fault. Like I feel like because it's so expensive, it has mysteries that it hasn't disclosed to me and that I need to work harder to try to uncover those mysteries. But in fact, what's really going on is that I've tried to make it work several times and it's just not working for me. So it doesn't matter how much it costs. I'm gonna give it away. And lastly, look at this beauty. It is the Divine Skies eyeshadow palette, and it's so much cuter. Cuter? No, because I thought it was cute. I was about to say it's so much cuter than I thought it would be. Like it's cuter in person, but that's not the case. I thought it would be cute, and indeed it is cute. What it is more luxurious feeling in person. Like it feels more high-end, more sturdy. It's more attractive in person than I was expecting it to be from the pictures. So that's the cover. It's very three-dimensional and it's pretty thick and it's really intricate, the cover. And then that's the interior. The quality of the shadows is high. It really impressed me, this palette. I didn't know what to expect because M Cosmetics, I think it was their first real eyeshadow release since rebranding, since kind of relaunching. And so, I don't know, this little round palette like this, I guess I wouldn't have been surprised if they had been like a little bit lackluster, if they had kind of been like just a wash of color. But in fact, they are really, really pigmented, really beautiful, and the mattes are really, really rich and lovely too, and they blend, as the kids always say, like a dream. They really do blend like a dream. They're stunning. And I've loved the looks that I've gotten from this palette. It has one major drawback for me, which is that this shade, which is the darkest matte, the only kind of dark or neutral matte, to me, with my taste, with the way that I do eyeshadow, it's a transition shade. It's really just like a crease shade. It did swatch pretty dark on my hand just now, so you'll just have to take my word for it, but I can't use this color to darken the outer corner. So there's no way to get that kind of dimension that I require from my eyeshadows because of my hooded eyes. I feel like I need to be able to smoke out a look every time I put on eyeshadow, but I don't necessarily do it to make the eye look smoky. Sometimes I do it in a softer way just to help enhance the shape of my eyes, to help make my eyes look wider or look bigger, look less hooded. I try to create sort of that false dimension in the outer corner. So I'm always looking to deepen up the outer corner in ways that I think many people don't always want or need. I think people who don't have such hooded eyes or who don't have hooded eyes often just like put on color or shine and then they go because they're not looking to transform the shape of their eyes all the time with eyeshadow. They're just looking to enhance. But for me, when I use a palette like this, I put the wash of color down, I get the nice washy watercolory look, and then I'm like, right at the end, I just want to go in and give myself a little dimension in the outer corner. And every time I tried to do that with this, I would reach for that shade because it's the only one that could possibly do that. It's the only candidate. And it wouldn't be dark enough. It's a taupe. It's a transition shade taupe. So the palette doesn't work as a standalone palette. It doesn't work well for my eye shape. And for that reason, and because I have so much eyeshadow, I'm gonna give it away. It's such a beautiful little thing. It's such a gorgeous gift. There are so many people who will love it. The other thing is that the other colors, while they're very beautiful and they make a very beautiful color story altogether, they're not unique to my collection. So I feel really great about the decision to give this as a really special gift to someone. And that's the end of the reckoning. I'm giving away 11 things and I'm keeping 9 things. Oh, I guess I didn't do as well as I thought. That's like almost half and half. But I feel good. Oh no, I put the sunscreens in the wrong pile. Oh, so I'm actually keeping 11 things and giving away 9 things. So it wasn't a very numerically dramatic reckoning, but that's okay. I feel good about it. I'm really excited to give away these things that I'm giving away. And the things that I'm keeping are things that honestly I have been using for a month or two now. They're all things that I have already incorporated into my life in spirit, if not in letter. So I'm really just making it official with this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this one, you guys, and I hope that you are remembering to take extra good care of yourselves right now so that you can all be the most effective versions of yourselves as you do your work